actually pretty impressed and astonished at the turnout. It's good to see these young men here. It's good to see the officers who have also sacrificed and who have led these young men to be greater young men. I want to talk about, first of all, what I was doing on 9/11. I was in the 10th grade. I was in high school. I was in my science class, and I thought it was just going to be a normal day. And I remember looking up at the TV and wondering why there weren't all these tools out and why weren't we doing the regular things that we were doing. And I saw smoke everywhere on the screen. I saw chaos. And then I remember what my little brother said a month later. We were now forming airstrikes to solidify our war on terror initiation. And my little brother, as young as he was, he said, "Are we going to war?" So if my little brother can recognize the impact that war has, we should do the same. It's so easy for us to get caught up in everyday life and forget about those who have lost their lives. We go to work and we perform these normal routines, and we sometimes get so comfortable that we forget about those men and women who have sacrificed, those who will sacrifice, and those who have. So I want to give you some facts so that as we observe 9/11, we're put in the right frame of mind to commemorate these people and to honor them. Both buildings had over 100 floors. 200 people had to look terror in the face and make a decision. Am I going to live through this? Am I going to survive this? Over 200 of them chose to jump to their death. A firefighter who was actually on ground zero, he was hit by one of the people who jumped out of that 100 floor, and he died. There were almost 3,000 deaths. 55 military personnel were killed at the Pentagon. There were 13 deaths following the disaster from people who had illnesses, from people who were breathing in the dust and the debris. 23 New York City police officers died. 37 Port Authority police officers died. 8 EMTs and paramedics also lost their lives. To put this in perspective, the youngest person to die was a 2-year-old. The oldest person to pass was an 82-year-old. 340 firefighters were lost. So the subject of the matter today is, and what I want all of us to focus on, is that freedom is not free. Freedom is and will always be paid for with the blood, sweat, and tears of courageous men and women. And I salute everyone who's in the service. I salute everyone who's a police officer, who's a firefighter, who's a paramedic, anyone who serves. I salute you. I take my hat off to you this morning. May God bless the families, all of those who are lost, and thank you for being here.